weekend.
I went to London and I had an amazing time.
You're the only person who travels by themselves. Like, I don't like to do that.
Why?
Like, you just got on a plane and went to London. I mean, that's a baller problem to have. Let's start there. I don't even do that.
Like, I have traveled before alone, but for me, for safety reasons, I feel weird, but I'm so
What
down.
you think gonna happen to you?
Well, I've had like weirdos follow me. Like, I put that shit on Twitter. I don't know if you ever saw that. Like,
I don't follow you on Twitter, sis. No.
It's okay, though. It's okay.
I think women do gotta be careful, especially like places like London out here. They try to get people and traffic them.
Yes.
You can get got walking
real.
down North Hollywood.
Yeah.
I heard R. Kelly got someone from NoHo, so really, you can get it anywhere. Speaking of messed up situations, this government is still shut down. What y'all think about this government shutdown?
What do you think about it? Because you went through TSA. Did you experience anything?
There's this meme online where the TSA guys like patting people down and not giving a fuck. Like I really felt that way.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I did feel that way. But it hasn't really affected me, the government shutdown, so much outside of like, so I'm kind of ghetto, don't judge me. I got this EBT plug. This girl, she be selling them to me 50 cents a dollar. She ain't came through.
Now remember, they get caught up like 6ix9ine
I'm buying groceries at full price now. Y'all need to get this shit together.
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like, being somebody that, and I believe your past too, like from growing up with nothing. And we have,
I didn't grow up with nothing.
Well, no. I've heard you talk about like food stamps.
Right. The year.
Yeah. So
she wants you to be clear.
I want to be clear with it. I want to be clear with it.
No. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You grew up with nothing.
We all grew up with at least something. No, but I was gonna say, I know people that really need it.
Yeah.
Like, they need it. Like, it's not I'm bothered by it because although, like, growing up, we didn't have much. And when I say why I didn't have nothing, like, we were, like, living, like, with, just what we could get. And so it would have affected somebody like myself and my family. So I feel the statistics on the government shutdown that I just read, y'all. So, at first I was like, how is this going to affect me? Because it's probably not going to affect me as much now. But growing up, it probably would have affected me and my family. The wild shit is that the statistics of people on, government aid and food stamps and
medical,
assistant, Medi-Cal are white.
Yeah, it's
Trump
always been that way.
Supporters.
It's always been that
now,
way.
Trump don't only have white supporters.
Yeah, of
he had a lot of
course. I'm talking about.
Too.
I know.
Black people too.
I'm talking about the stats that I read that are affected by the government shutdown, which I was
but all those
surprised
white
by,
people,
and I felt like, damn, am I ignorant because I didn't really realize that? Because I guess maybe I am because I didn't know that. I just thought like, wow, it sucks. Like, I know people probably really affected, and everything counts. We don't have much. And you have a big family to feed, you have kids, or you're pregnant, people are not getting their WIC.
Well, I don't want to just make the government shutdown exclusive or specific to EBT and WIC.
Right.
Because there are bigger issues with the government being shut down.
100%.
There are much bigger issues with that, of course, and I'm just sharing my experience on how that was just my automatic thought. It was my automatic thought, and I saw somebody posted that they weren't accepting WIC, this pregnant girl, and it just hurt my soul. Like, I'm like, damn.
I think it's easy to talk about like the effects of the government being shut down, right? Like the people on WIC, X, Y, and Z, right? But we got to talk about why it's shut down in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You got a Congress and a president who can't seem to agree on something, can't come to terms on something.
Well, they were never going to agree.
But this is what I'm saying, on something that is important, right? Border security is important.
What is the solution? Because for me, it's inhumane to say we're going to build a wall to keep a whole nother country. That's not how you alleviate border control.
How do you feel that?
You think that's inhumane?
Huh?
That may not be the most effective, but inhumane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because that's like segregation.
It sets off a weird segregation.
But what do you mean? We already have gates and walls down there already. So how is it now because Trump is saying
to separate a
he wants one that's
and culture?
We're not separating the community and culture. We're separating a country from another country.
And we don't have that anywhere else. So you picked a specific country.
Because nowhere else can you just cross over.
Canada.
The difference between Mexico and South America and Canada is that a lot of the people in Canada take the proper route to get to America.
Well, you can't get to Canada either. Like if you got.
However it's happening, right? We're not having.
And ain't nobody leaving Canada with free healthcare to come over here.
We don't have an overflow of
Medicaid.
people just coming from Canada illegally, right? Or I don't.
So what do you think about the wall?
What do I think about the wall is not the issue. The government being shut down is the issue. And I think that it's crazy that the government is shut down, but we do have to find some positive solutions amongst the people that we put in office and hold them accountable to make those motherfucking
solutions.
It's like
two babies fighting over
the wall is the issue though, because the government is shut down because he can't get his wall. And so it is, and so to me, I feel like there has to be, which I agree with you on, that there should be some dialogue where they could sit down and figure out a proper method. The wall is not it.
It's kind of hard. So I have family members, right, that all they do is live off the government. They don't have no plans of getting a job, anything, right?
And that should be stopped.
Okay, it should be. So how, if I'm, because the people that work these government jobs are just like me and you, they everyday Americans, right? If I'm sitting across from somebody who barely speak English, who came here, they don't have any of this paperwork, I'm supposed to just decide.
Then I can't help you. I can't help you. Then I can't help you.
Right, but so that's what I'm saying. So how do we we don't know who's trying to beat the system. We don't know who's actually in a situation like you unless you can provide those documentations.
Right, so when a person can't provide it, they can't get it.
Yeah.
If you're here and you're not supposed to be here, you shouldn't be able to get a job that I should have, right?
No, that's not true.
What do you mean that's not true?
No, because there are people that want to come here to work.
There are people already here who
Here
want
that
to work.
don't have jobs.
Yeah.
So we just
there are homegrown people who
I
need to
disagree
work.
with.
You're trying to like put on a pedestal people who want to come over here and want to work when there are people who are born here
Don't
who
say
need
put
to
on a
work as
pedestal,
well.
'cause people that
You
try
are
to
because
come here,
you're glorifying these people and their struggle.
Nobody's being glorified. You're putting words in my mouth right now. Listen, I'm just giving you my experience, right? That's
I
what
know,
we're
but
here
that's
to
why
do.
that's why I want to
Okay.
that's why I want to highlight that this
So
is
don't say I'm
your
glorifying
experience
something.
though. What I'm saying is that you're over here putting on a pedestal people who come here looking for better opportunities. When there are people who live here
that don't
who
have
need
great
those opportunities too.
For sure.
So before you start fighting for the people, before you fight for people,
I'm fighting for everybody that
it
needs
don't
some
feel
help,
like it.
that want to
It
work.
don't feel like it.
Because we're talking about
It don't feel like
something,
it.
and I'm
It feels
tired of
very
people
biased.
saying, no, what I don't like is when people say like, oh, the people come here to be criminals, the people that
Well,
come
But
here.
no one has said that in this
That's how it's coming
conversation.
across to me, and if that's
But
not what
I don't
it
care
was,
how.
then good.
I'm not
Okay.
responsible for what you understand. I'm only
Okay.
responsible
Well,
for what I say.
Okay,
And that's
and
not
what
what
you
I
said
said.
was glorifying
What I
pedestals,
said was
which are
that.
two
What
fighting
I
words.
said was
When it
before.
comes to that kind of
Who's
shit.
fighting words for who?
For me. Because this is.
She don't handle
this
all
is-
fades for me.
No.
So
face for all of
think
us.
before you want to, you know what I'm saying, hands
So
and
what
feet
I'm
over
saying
here.
Listen, just to wrap this
Am
up.
I lying?
Cap it off. No.
Okay.
But yes, absolutely. Like I do, like people do want to work, and yes, we should help. Whatever. I mean, I can't speak for everybody.
Listen, every other agenda is put in front of the black agenda. We always the last agenda. Oh, well, first it's like black people struggling, let's get them good. And then it's like, well, actually, let's get the gays good real quick, and then we'll get back to y'all. Well, actually, let's get the Mexicans good first, then we'll get back to y'all. No, we can't just, knowing that black people, the unemployment rate for black people is through the roof, but we sitting here talking about illegal immigrants coming here looking for work. I applaud them. I admire them. Go get a job.
So go back to Clinton, where people that are unemployed, that people that can't find jobs, if you go seek assistance, you're a part of now a work program where we're going to help you get a job so that you're working for this assistance that you're getting.
100%.
That there's so many layers to this. No, they don't do that anymore. But
I don't think. Let me say this loud and clear. I don't
people get on
think
their
an
feet.
immigrant from any country, Canada, Mexico, Australia, Africa, should get a job over an American. I don't think an immigrant from any country should be able to own a business over an American, have a job over an American.
I think the best person for the job should get the job, but you need to be in the system and qualified. Like
doing it the
right way.
So I think in closing, we just gotta all pray. I got the perfect person to pray for us all. T.D. Jakes. I don't know if y'all saw or are familiar with Pastor John Gray. So over the weekend, he came out to his congregation and admitted to everyone that he'd been cheating on his wife. And so he gets in front of the congregation, he admits his stuff or whatever, and T.D. Jakes prays over him.
Trying to get you back. Ow! 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 I call it out!
It was all acting. He did a great job of acting.
You feel like he was acting?
What?
You feel like he was acting?
Yo, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, so
my
you telling me?
rolled all the way back.
So you telling me the man cheated on his wife consciously, made the decision to do so, right?
He better start his acting on.
So he cheated on his wife. Cool. You realize that you felt that was something wrong, right? Oh, I did something wrong. Now I'm gonna go and confess. Who are you confessing to? The congregation? Why is that not something that's personal?
Is very
but why is that not something personal between you and your wife and God? Why is that a thing the whole world got?
Because that's how church folk
I feel like no, not even that. Because there's people in the church doing some crazy things, and they not at the front of the pulpit telling people. I feel like he told people. This is just my theory, allegedly. I feel like he told people because maybe the mistress was going to come out and say it first, so you got to get ahead of the story. Or maybe she's pregnant, so you got to get ahead of the story.
Something happened.
That's why you got to tell people, because it's going to become public knowledge. So let me be the first one to tell y'all and get ahead of the story.
But this why I don't put my faith in no man. These men out here campaigning, whether it's him, TD Jakes, or what. I think these are.
You're not going to disrespect.
I'm not going to disrespect TD Jakes, but what I'm saying
that's the closest thing we got to God.
See, I'm not going to disrespect TD Jakes, but he is just a man. And I wouldn't be shocked if he had to come out and make some confessions of his own. I wouldn't be shocked at all. What I'm saying is this: we got to stop glorifying these people. We got these are Donald Trump type figures where we put so much into these men and say they're going to be the saviors of this situation or that situation. And then when it all hit the fan, we realize these are just human beings. These are just men. So we either going to take the stance of we putting these people on a pedestal and we saying that they are the people we're following so that we can have
I don't think there's an issue putting people on a pedestal.
Religion
what?
I'm sorry, not putting them on a pedestal.
He the main one telling people how to treat
their wife. I don't
wives.
think there's an issue with like seeking mentorship from people.
He can't wait to tell people how to treat their wife. That's his whole. He can't wait to treat her. And he the same guy that's sitting there with Trump talking about Donald Trump, all them pastors. Listen, man, that's all I'm saying.
He was sitting there.
He was right over there with the boy.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to speak up.
Go ahead.
I was sitting here quietly, and I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm gonna let everybody get their point out, and I'm not gonna say anything. However, I have to speak to that because Pastor John Gray and his wife Aventer are personal friends of mine.
So let's hear it.
So the Donald Trump situation. He was under the thought process of, right now, we don't know what this man is thinking. Mm-hmm. And so as long as we're not in the room, we're never going to know. So he decided, decision, to go in and be a part of that process so that he could hear. It's like it's under the same guise of keep your enemies close.
I would have been there too, but go ahead. I'd have been in that room too.
No, he just wanted to know what was going on, what was being said. Not that he particularly supports Trump, but he's trying to figure out what is going to happen to us, and now I can go back and take that to my congregation and spread the news as best I can.
So since you know so much, why did he cheat on his wife? Since you got it all.
I don't think anybody can answer why they cheated on the outside, can answer why somebody else cheated on another person. What I will say is this: I agree with you that at the end of the day, they are just men. I'm not condoning what he did. I respect them as a couple. I know that he does love his wife. I know that he values the word of God. And here again, they're just men. And, I'm going to chalk it up to potentially he got caught up in a situation that he didn't know how to get out of. Ooh. Now, what the right process to do is exactly what he did: to own up, admit that there was an issue, seek guidance from someone that he views as greater than himself, which was TD Jakes, and trying to repent. And repentance is a part of forgiveness and grace from God.
But you could do that without all the antics, all of the.
I've caught the Holy Ghost before. I've caught the Holy Ghost before, and I have. You see them people where they're like, and they sprint up down the church. I have done that in my lifetime.
But
they all do that you can't control.
They all do the same dance.
Yeah, I know you would.
I would have paid money to see that.
But I have done that, and so I don't know. I don't know if he was acting at the. I've been in that situation where it's just so like you see me. Where you just get light and then you just like, well, fuck, and you just go with it. It's not necessarily that.
But that wasn't because of laying
that wasn't because of laying hands.
And I've seen that.
I do feel like
because it hasn't happened to me. I can't say like, oh, it's real or it's not. I'm kidding when I'm like, oh, but I don't know.
I definitely do think it's real. But I do think some people abuse it too, and they do.
Well,
for sure.
Because it was such a graceful fall. It was
like, all them people be getting the same
he did
dance
the right
moves.
thing.
You got me right.
He did the right thing. Own up and fall out
from
gracefully if you want
from
to
a
be forgiven.
PR perspective, I think that I would have advised get it as a story.
You need to fall.
So when the girl mistress does come
fall.
out,
Come on,
they're
like,
we already behind them. We support them because we.
I mean, I agree.
I wish him the best.
Yeah.
Hopefully his wife finds the power, the courage to stay with him. You know what I'm saying? I think it's important to fight for a relationship, and whether he's he's a big pastor or whatever, you can still gotta find a way to forgive him.
And he was a man to also come forth regardless of whatever it was, being out or if it was really his feelings, because I'm tired of people pretending like it didn't happen and shut off their comments everywhere online.
Right.
That's what I chalk it up.
Or she could just let him have his. She could just let him have his couple other girls. I think that'll probably help their relationship.
Okay, we all know you into that kind of thing.
Pause for a second.
Goodbye.
Jeff Bezos, soon to be ex-wife, she took his advice. She let him have his girl, and she took her $90 million divorce settlement.
Yeah. Nah, I think it's like 90 billion or something.
90 billion. I'm sorry, you're right. 90 billion.
That's
a divorce.
So you don't think she should fight for her marriage? She should just take the money and go.
Now, how long have they been together?
25 years.
Oh,
she helped him get his
put in their
paper up
time.
and everything.
See what?
She helped him get the funding.
What?
That's what everybody says.
He has
Yo, check me out. Check me out. You wasn't with me shooting in the gym, man. I'm not going for that, man. Like, what's the pastor name again?
Pastor John Gray.
Pastor John Gray. I wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him and his wife stick it out. It don't take nothing away. Him being a cheater doesn't negate his message, and I think we got to start to.
He's wearing the hat today.
Separate.
So hard with this.
Yeah, he's
wearing the hat.
Get your point out. Please let me know what you're saying.
We know.
I'm on my black power.
Yeah, he's on his man thing
Hopefully,
too.
Finish it off.
Go ahead, brother. I'm feeling you on this. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
I agree. Hopefully, it is an
Somaya,
example.
let him finish.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Because he'll know.
I was simply saying, I hope that him being a cheater don't negate his message. I think that positive messaging, we need it, especially in this time right now. But we gotta stop putting all this stuff on people and just know that that's gonna happen, especially with a man. We don't really get, too caught up in one woman. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about. That's not our thing.
I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Where did this go?
That's not our thing.
I don't.
See?
What's
All
next?
right, so,
This is what left.
he did what he had to do.
I want to talk about something that bothered me. I was looking at this PR group, and they were going in on Cardi B's publicist. Her name's Patience Foster. And they were going in on her because there was a video of Cardi B's publicist and Cardi walking through the airport in Australia, and some woman said something slick.
No wonder your husband worked out.
Bitch, I'll smack the shit out. You don't ever come out your mouth about her motherfucking husband.
I can't.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I need to really I'll tell y'all something about my publicist, right? Y'all love saying, oh, she's ghetto, she this. My publicist is for me. My publicist is a publicist that do things my way and fits my personality. It's not only is she's my publicist, she's my friend. She was there when I gave birth to my daughter. Everything. That's my bitch. That's my homegirl. And matter of fact, I am mad at Patience. Wanna know why I'm mad at Patience? Because she just spit in that fucking lady's face. That's why.
I thought it was very unfair, like the way they were judging this woman, because you've all had publicists before. I am a publicist. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I've seen a publicist do that before for me, and she protected me. I wasn't mad at it because I'd rather her say it for me than me catch a charge. I don't know if I see anything wrong with it, but I understand how it can be maybe unprofessional to somebody, but I would expect somebody to defend.
What do you think, Tami?
I think that everybody forgets that everybody's human, like you just said earlier. And people have got to stop saying things out of their mouth that they do not want to suffer the repercussions. Like, my mama used to say, don't write a check your ass can't cash. Okay. And so it's unfortunate that that lady was 90,000 years old. Right. But she still came out her face and said something that was highly disrespectful and extremely sensitive to Cardi at the time. However, Patience, and everybody's going at her like, you so unprofessional, you this, you that. Listen, they've been homegirls, A1s from day one. Okay, so it's like, all that publicist stuff, I got it, and I'll handle that when I'm supposed to handle that. But right now, you my dog, and she done said something out her mouth that's reckless. And so I support what she did. Because Ernest, let me just say this. When we have worked together for PR, we have shut down comedy stores. We have like strong, what is it called? Strong-armed some people for our bread. Yeah, Ernest has, gone off on promoters. And it's like, yeah, you're supposed to.
The only difference is there's no camera.
Yeah, there's no camera.
And that's why I feel bad.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I feel bad, because like people judging it for a moment that should have been private.
I wouldn't want my publicist doing that.
No? Why?
So you're okay with somebody? You're okay with somebody just disrespecting you?
No, I'm not okay with that. But you got security too, right? So that's part of their job, is to kind of get in the middle of that.
You may not understand it because you're not a big star like her, in the sense that her security was already dealing with another fan, and the publicist was dealing with someone else. You can't handle everything when it's pandemonium like that. Now, if you just have security for vanity,
I don't want no big brute guy running up.
But listen, this is what I'm listen. Let me say this. I'm not as big of a star as her, but I have as much liability as she has because of other things that I do. I don't want any added liabilities with me. So any of my homies with me, any of my girls with me, any PR, security, we here to stop any extra liabilities from happening. So when we walking through that airport, what is our goal? To get to where we trying to get to. It ain't all right, whatever, let's keep it pushing. We could laugh about that shit on the plane, but I'm not going to have somebody with me potentially. What if she got in a fight with that old lady? You know what I'm saying? Like now,
old lady.
I'm just saying. What if it wasn't an old lady?
What if it wasn't an old lady? Now
what if it was a girl, young black girl who said that, and she went over there and popped off on it? Now I'm getting sued. Hold on a second. I'm getting sued for some stuff that I was still walking, going to where I was going. So all I'm simply saying is this: anybody with me, before anything, their job is to diffuse. Keep everything, keep all that, whatever's going on. Now, because I might be the one,
I can respect that.
I might be the one that you got to calm me down, because I might react to that. Like, keep me calm, because if you don't keep me down,
you will.
We all fucking the money up now. I'm fucking it up, you fucking it up, everybody. And she got too much shit going on right now.
From experience, like when something's super sensitive, and like you said, there's like a duality there with I'm your friend and I'm your publicist. Yeah. It's early in the morning. You don't always have that time to be rational and think. It's like, I see somebody coming at my people. Like, what's the issue?
Sure.
And then you don't think there's a camera. Had you factored all the things in, you probably like, well, there's a camera, let me chill. But I do think all disrespect need to be checked.
I do too. I totally receive what you just said, and I would hope that the people around me would have enough wherewithal to say, this may be what Tami wants, but I'm going to do what I know is best for her. And because what Tami wants is, when we get to that plane, after we done walk through the airport, like you suggested, I'm going, why the fuck you didn't say nothing to that bitch? That bitch done called me out. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if that bitch was 102. You're not going to talk to me. So I have that. It's a weird dichotomy of I teeter between, Yolanda Adams and Knuck If You Buck on any given day. You know what I'm saying? So
what I'm saying is this: she's at this level now. Yeah. It's time to get the fucking bag. Anything to stop the bag.
She gets the bag though.
Yeah, but
no matter what her
antics are. More money though. If you're not fighting,
Rihanna's out there going ham on people still getting the bag. The thing is that
going ham? She be chilling.
Rihanna ain't done shit.
Oh no, she ain't even done when Rihanna go online. Rihanna ain't even like,
what album at?
No, I love her.
Get in the booth, Riri.
I know. She is though. Listen, I'm campaigning
but
for it.
But thank you for all my 50,
girl. She's
girl.
in there. Yes.
I'm gonna tell you who had the best comeback of 2018, and y'all gonna all agree with me. Meek Mill had the best comeback of 2018.
Yes.
They counted him out and locked him in jail.
I think Meek and Tyga did really
Tyga's
well.
not in this conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where does Tyga come in?
He had the best hairline
he had
come
a lot
back.
of songs.
His hairline came back in 2018.
I bet he had a lot of songs popping. I like his music.
He had 2 songs that were popping.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. I feel this conversation.
And we're skewed because we're in LA.
I feel this conversation to be very disrespectful. Let me just say this: Soulja Boy is an icon. A lot of the stuff that we are now in tune with, he was one of the pioneers of it. MySpace, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah.
Showing these guys how to take their brands and partner it up with gaming companies. Showing them how to take their brand and partner it up with clothing lines. He was the young guy doing it.
Yeah,
he was the guy that was coming out making the music that we was like, man, what dude doing? Gucci, we like, man. And now all the guys doing that. You know what I'm saying? He's still a young man, right? We gotta give him that. And he going through, he like, yo, y'all trying to act like I'm done. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. Even the Tekashi stuff, right? Look at what Tekashi did in 2018. Had a massive, mega year, right? Soulja Boy was doing the trolling first.
Yes,
Chris Brown.
Not to
Tekashi's
not
level.
to take away from any of his accomplishments. I think they're all valid.
He's a GOAT.
He's a GOAT, but we're not talking about who the GOAT is. We're talking about who had the best
really
comeback of 2018. I'm talking about Meek Mill, who came out and put out a hit album.
I think Meek Mill did have a big year.
I like Tyga's comeback.
Yeah.
I never thought Tyga left, but I like that Tyga.
We're not even talking about him anymore. Tyga's not in this conversation.
Well, he is because I brought it in.
So Tyga had a great comeback year, but Meek Mill 100% had the best comeback.
Yeah, I am so in the dark because I ain't heard nothing from Tyga. I don't know what's going on with Tyga.
Like Meek Mill
I like the
for sure
song.
had a massive year.
I like all the records that he has out. I like his image. I like how he's playing with the music
Squash his beef
genres.
with Drake. He's had an incredible
That was
Meek Mill. No, Meek Mill.
I'm like, when did all this happen?
No, so we all agree Meek Mill had the best comeback.
Yeah, he
So
did.
speaking of comebacks, we are in the generation of the reboot. I don't know if you guys have saw, there's a new film coming out, What Men Want, which is a remake of What Women Want. They remade the movie Big. It's not coming out. It's a black version. It's called Little.
I don't like
BET's bringing Boomerang back.
Yes.
You don't like the reboots?
I know. I don't like the traditional white characters. We just putting black people in there just to, like it's like we see what y'all doing. It's like the Oscars. They put the black dude in there after we say, yeah, it's too many white people in this. Don't just give me a whole new black movie. Give me a new black movie.
Keep it the same.
I don't want the remake
Keep it the same.
of 13 going on 30 with the black
you know what?
people now. Like, come on.
Listen, I agree with you.
Too,
Coming to America is coming back too, and I agree that we should have our own original film as black artists.
That's iconic.
However,
I
I do love about the duality of having a black version of a white film is to show you that we could play these same roles. The same success that you had with Mel Gibson in What Women Want, now we can show you can have the same success with Taraji P. Henson in What Men Want.
I agree, but I think that is a good flip. I'm saying,
but that's not technically a reboot. That's not technically because it's the Taraji's movie is inspired by the original, but it's not the same.
I think that's a good flip. I think certain ones, right? I'm
so you can see us in those roles.
Certain
and we can
ones,
get
but
those
I don't want to see Ren 10, a cartoon I grew up with. Now is motherfucking Michael B. Jr. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see that. That's weird.
I don't mind it, but some classic films should stay.
Yeah, I think the classics should stay the classics. Like,
what if they start putting white people in black, like put white people in Juice? You know what I'm saying? Like
I would watch.
I would watch it to see.
I don't think it would.
8 Mile.
Yeah.
Depending on who you ask.
That's funny. I think the more that we cross over, the more we can see the similarities amongst one another.
Yeah.
And it's not like so much separation. Like this is a black film and this is a white film. Like it could just be a universal. Like this is a hit film.
I want to hear Tami.
I think reboots are for the classics should stay just what they are. Certain things should not be touched, and if you're going to reboot them, okay, like if they were to bring Martin back, then bring that back with the cast that we're familiar with. Don't give me the story how Gina done went off and moved away, and then like trying to figure out that. Bring that whole group back together, and you can't do that with Coming to America. It's like, are you going to bring us all those people? Or are you going to try to, I saw people like bidding for their opportunity. Juju was like, well, I could be this character. And so-and-so was like, I could be this character. And it's like, if you're going to reboot it, no, you don't. No, we don't want to see it. We want to see the original people in those roles. But however, if something is inspired by, then I think that's when you open up the opportunity because there are so many talented people.
I agree.
You're super talented and amazing, but I don't want to see you.
Everything's a fucking remake.
I agree with you on that.
80%
I do think
there's coming out in the last 5 years.
I agree.
Inspired by.
I agree. Let's give some young writers an
I got some
opportunity.
motherfucking movies that
that's what I'm saying.
Let me get my writing on because I see what's got to happen around this.
There it is.
So clearly,
if anybody's watching,
so clearly, everybody don't want to watch that. But as we bring this to an end, what are we watching this week? What is on everyone's wants to watch list for this week?
The one thing I'm looking forward to this year is one of my favorite TV shows, Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh my God, everybody's
That's one of my
talking about
favorites.
it.
Like, I don't want to see Game of Thrones.
I used to be
they
into
say
that.
they're doing a prequel. No, they're gonna do a prequel, and they're like, yeah, it's half the cast is black. Like, why? You know
Why? Yeah.
I like seeing us on TV.
I love seeing
film.
us on TV. I just don't want us to be the token us.
I can't say I'm looking forward to like a lot of shows, but I'm looking forward to a lot of like actresses. Like, I don't know if you guys know who Gina Rodriguez is, but
Yeah, of course.
I know when you don't put that heavy tongue on it.
Gina
I'm like, who?
Rodriguez. Roll your R's, sis. Roll
You
your
pick and
R.
choose when you want to be black and Latino.
She was before she was Gina Rodriguez, me and her have done some films together, and she's still very
Have y'all done
authentic.
anything else together?
We haven't. I tried though. I tried.
Okay. Just trying to get the tea for you.
But I like what she's kind of doing as a forward movement for like Latinos, because she's very like open, and she's like opening up conversations that people are trying to close off to. Like, she's very like pro us, like we want to see us more on TV, and I like that because it was such a long time we couldn't really talk this freely, and I'm really liking the conversations. So that's somebody I'm looking forward to seeing like a lot of her like new films.
One to watch for me would be executive producer Nichelle Tramble. Spellman. I think that she is an amazing writer, and she's got a new project called Are You Sleeping with Octavia Spencer as the star. And so I'm waiting on that to come out because, you know, I think it's going to be a great project for Apple.
And you also think it's going to be good because you're in it as well. Shameless
I'm like,
plug.
you know what's gonna be good? Off the record. Have you guys seen that? Off the record is great. Y'all gotta check it out.
Okay, so let me give you another one. Shout out to like the people who are just like on their grind and like trying to figure out how to be entrepreneurs and work for themselves and be their own bosses. So having said that, you know, we have Somaya Reece, who's her own boss with her Slim Fit Tea, and then another, not a friend of mine.
We're not doing this shit again. Last week it was all three cheers artists. It was your movement. I'm not doing this shit no more. No.
Okay, this is somebody I do not know.
I'm out here.
This lady is really grinding, and she started her own business, and she has an online boutique called Shoe Feature. And so, you know, support businesses that are out there, and particularly, you know, these new people that are starting up. And I don't know this lady from a can of paint, but I just liked her grind.
It still beat you up. No, you know what?
I meant what I said.
Can we get a freeze
when I said she
frame?
would beat you.
Oh my God, you trying to set up fights?
Somaya.
Wait, what are we doing?
I guess we're just posing. So I guess, Ricardo, you can get B-roll of this, and we'll just pose for.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh, we just posing?
Yeah.
Let me
You could just zoom in on different people's faces.
Because I don't want y'all to think it's
It's some R. Kelly.
you know, we in this age of everything is overly sensitive.
Switch it up.
Oh, I thought we was done. Okay, come on.
Throw up crit. Nah, I'm just playing.